And that being said, that is the Jimmy Johnson curse being lifted, because before that, that would have gone against the Cowboys for sure.
And we're back, baby. Sports. We can't even stop talking before we start pressing the button to record. So, it's been a hot minute, but I've been in Mexico. This guy's killing it. This guy's billing it. We're just having fun doing our thing. We got our number one guy, Phil the Thrill. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Everybody good?
I'm just enjoying the warm fucking weather in Ontario lately, but tonight looks like it's gonna
be there's a blizzard outside.
We're due for one eventually, man. We all kept joining that where it's nice weather and everything. I knew one's eventually coming anyway, so it is what it is.
It was like 10 degrees, like Christmas.
Yeah, man. Never mind.
I was outside in shorts on Christmas. That's never happened.
People are still wearing shorts. I'm like, you guys are crazy, man. I can't deal with that shit, man. But
when people do that, it's just like you're not proving how tough you are, just proving how dumb you are.
Exactly. That's why everyone's getting sick all the time, so it makes no sense.
Get a nice cup of Joe, go out there with gloves on, start like shoveling, get nice and warm. Get the lawn chair ready for the sit down every break.
So we're all loving it. We've just been doing our thing, and obviously Phil's rocking the gear. Holy moly. So what do you want to start with? You want to go with NFL or what?
NFL, it's big week. Everyone wants to
playoff weekend, boys.
Well, I don't want to hog the microphone here, so who's got the first idea, thought?
Well, we'll go with the first game of the playoffs. Browns and Texas.
Ooh, CJ Stroud.
Flacco.
Yeah, Big Joe.
Jesus.
My buddy actually asked me for a Cleveland Browns Joe Flacco, but we're not getting a Cleveland Browns Joe Flacco jersey. It's impossible. We're not getting one of those jerseys. You're the Browns fan. You're not getting that, man. But I'm going to take the Browns. Like, I know CJ Stroud is very young. I like CJ. I think he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year for sure, no doubt. But Cleveland's defense, man, is just ridiculous right now. But when they play man coverage on defense, you can't stop them. But I'm going to go Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland to win that game.
Browns have a lot of injuries, too. Like, they could have been so much better this year.
No, once Deshaun Watson went out, they started playing better.
I was about to say that was the best thing that ever happened.
And they're stuck with all guaranteed money, $280 million, all guaranteed. So I don't know what they're going to do with them this year. I don't know what they're going to do with them, man. But they're a good team, man. I think they'll win this game. If they play Baltimore in the divisional game, they'll give Baltimore a hard time with their defense and everything.
So the spread's one. When I looked earlier today, it's a 1-point spread for Cleveland.
That's
two.
Two?
Two for Cleveland, yeah.
Okay, at Houston though, eh? Nick, what was his name? Guy.
I heard Denzel Ward guy it was kind of nicked up in practice, so that's something to look out for tomorrow's game as well to see if he's playing, see if he's an injury report or not.
But if Houston was fully healthy, like I'm pretty sure Nico Collins is out, Tank Dell's out, like
Tank Dell's out. Tank Dell's out for he fractured his fibula.
No, I know Tank Dell. He went down for the year, but like who are they throwing to? Dalton Schultz? I know him very well.
Yeah.
And he's a good tight end. He's what he is, but he don't block. And who's running the ball? Like unfortunately, I drafted Dameon Pierce in the second round for my fantasy team. What a mistake. Like Devin, like if you're on a team where Devin Singletary can get reacclimated to the NFL,
rejuvenated.
I have no words. Like I don't really know. But CJ Stroud's a G, man. Like that guy just wins games.
He's been talking on the phone with Tom Brady, like asking him advice and questions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but like you said, defense wins championships, offense wins games, right? So
Houston. So home game, Houston.
Did the Panthers make a wrong mistake by choosing Bryce Young over CJ Stroud?
100%.
Yeah.
Still got a pretty good gift.
But at the same time, though, like Bryce Young was a better prospect. I would take a CJ Stroud. I still would take a CJ.
I think
Houston was like a doormat franchise. D'Amico Ryans is my candidate for coach of the year. I took Dan Campbell at the beginning of the year. I think it's necking it between him and Dan Campbell. D'Amico Ryans and Dan Campbell.
I honestly think it's Cleveland's coach, to be quite honest with you.
You know what? With the four quarterbacks this year and everything.
It's Cleveland. You're like, you know what I mean? Like you're playing on you're coaching a team that's perennially just bad. And then you lose your starting quarterback, your second string quarterback, your third string quarterback. You pick up Joe Flacco off the couch, and you're in the playoffs. Like it's hard to say, right? Like,
there's a good story with Flacco though behind him.
I hate him. He beat my team in the Super Bowl in 2012, whatever.
Yeah, he's still there.
It just,
So
it just goes to show you, you leave the Jets, like if you're on the Jets, you cannot judge anybody's career because they like they'll leave the Jets and all of a sudden they're like an all pro. It's insane.
I don't know. Let's get Garrett Wilson, baby, Miami.
Oh yeah, you keep that guy on your fantasy draft there.
I'm so sick and tired of goddamn Jets, man. I'm not gonna lie. I want Aaron Rodgers to freaking retire. He's giving my goddamn nerves. Like, shut up, man. Like,
I told this guy to
He's on that
trade
ayahuasca.
Garrett Wilson the first week with the Jets. I'm like, get rid of
He
that
still
guy.
got points though. He just had no fucking touches. Nobody was throwing to him
Garrett Wilson doesn't win
until
weeks.
fucking who is it? Simeon came in.
Zach Wilson threw some nice balls to him, man. Zach Wilson, if I'm Zach Wilson's gone from the Jets this year after the season, man. He needs a fresh start, man.
Oh yeah, Miami took care of business.
Something.
Yeah. So next game you got your team's playing next week. Next game. That's the big
Miami KC.
Ugh, stress.
Tua versus Mahomes. That's the quarterback matchup.
And it's minus fucking 30 degrees.
And Waddle might not be there, but he probably will be.
Oh, sure. Waddle's not missing that game.
Yeah, Waddle's gonna play for sure. You play injured if you're at this.
If he
point
doesn't
this
play,
season.
they're gonna question this guy's toughness and everything. You got to
Yeah.
play in that game.
If you're not injured at this point of the season,
Receivers,
you're
man.
not playing football properly.
I don't trust Casey's receivers. I just don't trust the receiver. You can see Patrick Mahomes now.
They have receivers.
They have
Patrick
Swift
Mahomes
piece.
can run, but I don't know. I believe in Mostert and A-Chain. Like those are my guys. And Tyreek Hill, I know this guy. He ain't gonna.
But
his house burnt down. He ain't dropping no balls.
But he's had a lot
Oh,
of
he's making that
drops.
money back.
But he's had a lot of drops this year, though. He doesn't league
I
of
know,
drops.
I
It's just
know.
the problem, man. He had some touchdown
But-
passes in the end zone. He's dropped them. So
But he also leads the league in the most like reception yards or something, right?
it's gonna be a good game.
The spread is KC 4.5.
They're at
Well, they get 3 for just being at home.
form team.
For me personally, like I would like to see Miami win, but if KC wins, they got to go on the road the following week. We never seen Patrick Mahomes on the road before in a playoff game, so that'll be a you want to see how he handles that environment. He's so used to, it's basically called the Arrowhead invitation for the last 5 seasons, so he's got to go on the road now. So it's gonna be interesting, but it's gonna be a good game though, man.
The thing about
I
Mahomes, he has
believe in
meltdowns. though.
Mostert, bud. We're gonna freaking go surfing in the snow, like fucking right.
It's supposed to be snow Casey next tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe, but snow, sleet, rain.
It's with KC, the biggest thing that's going against the Dolphins, other than the weather, is the fact that Bradley Chubb just went down.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
defense has been getting gashed all year through the air,
Howard,
regardless of whoever they were going against.
Shit, man.
Xavier Howard.
I think they were like,
Baker, we just lost Jerome Baker last week too. Like
So all they have is Jalen.
yeah, like it's,
we lost Van Ginkel.
The last game they played was 21-14 KC on November 5th, 2023.
Buddy,
That's only a 7-point game.
I
So
was
it's not-
crying in Mexico because Tua threw a freaking INT on the drive to like tie it up to push it to OT.
It was like from Miami's only beat one team with over 500 this year. Sorry, Phil.
Yeah,
with the Cowboys. I know.
that's
I'm
all right.
sorry, man.
No, it's dude. That game was weird, man. I watched that on Christmas Eve. That was a weird game.
Cowboys Dolphins game was actually weird. I'm like,
Dolphins are good, but yeah, they just buckle. I don't know what's going on. Like
It's the same thing.
They don't.
It's some teams can handle when people are giving them praise. Some teams can handle when they're doing well. Some teams can't.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's and Mike McDaniel, as smart as he is and as good as he is, he does a lot of the things that I watch Jason Garrett do when he goes on the road or he's playing a team that's above 500. He goes into a shell of what the offense is. The motion percentages go down. He's not running screens. He's not running outside runs. He's not running counters. He's doing like this run up the middle with Mostert and HN. It's not going to happen. They're under 200 pounds.
Exactly.
Like you got to stretch run. You got to counter. I've been watching Pollard run it up the gut like Zeke used to for all season, and they're wondering why Pollard's numbers are down. It's like he's not Zeke.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Stop running a guy that's 195 pounds up the middle into the freaking A gap into a defensive tackle that's 350 pounds.
I thought the Cowboys should have got Derrick Henry at the trade deadline. You guys think
No, I'm not doing it. No.
I'm picking Dolphins though, baby. I'm sticking with my squad. I think it's going to be kind of close, but
I'm going to go Dolphins.
because I think it's going to be a run game. It's not going to be too much throwing. It's going to be cold, balls hard, slippery. Fucking, let's go Mostert and A-Chain.
I think it wins up to the quarterback, to be
I am
honest with
scared
you.
of Pacheco though. That guy's a bomb.
And whoever catches the ball, if the weather's shit, then the weather's shit. You know, like
Well,
there's going to be.
The thing that I'm picking KC just because I have a hard time picking against Mahomes at Arrowhead, especially in the playoffs.
I think everybody.
And two, his receivers are used to catching balls in the cold. Tyreek Hill is that's kind of the X factor here because he's used to he's played in Arrowhead. That's where his whole career was, right?
That's what I mean.
But other than Tyreek Hill, now it's like okay, who else in Miami is used to catching balls in the cold? No one. If they just they can put 3 guys on Tyreek Hill, like all game.
Bottle, baby. Let's go.
Jalen Waddle's got. I know he's injured, but he's got a ball out tomorrow.
Yeah, he
got-
has
got
to. Take the gloves off.
Another Alabama boy, right?
Yeah, he's a Bama along with two and him. Yeah, 2 and him are Bama boys. Yeah.
And anything could happen.
So
right?
who you got? You got KC or who?
I
you
got Miami.
Miami, fucking right, bud.
I have Miami
I
Detroit
know
for
he's
the
going
Super Bowl,
Arrowhead.
so
That's a
you guys
tough-
might call me
I-
crazy, but
like-
I got
Like
I
my
got it all.
heart wants to. I like to. My heart wants Miami to win, but I'm going my head with KC. So I don't care who wins that game, but I would love to see Miami win that game, though.
All right, let's go.
I want
I'll
to see
take
new
that, I'll
blood.
take
I want
that.
to see new blood in the Super Bowl. I really do. I'm getting sick and tired of the same teams being regurgitated in their face. Like,
Well, Tom Brady's gone.
Here's
though.
one problem. Here's one problem at Arrowhead. If Taylor Swift is there, get ready for Travis Kelce to have a 300-yard game.
Yeah, because he goes over 100 yards every time she's there.
if KC loses, how much heat do you think Taylor Swift's going to take from the KC fans?
But I don't know. She's on tour.
Not as much as Jessica Simpson did when the Cowboys lost in 2007.
I remember that. I remember that. Patient took a picture and everything, and everyone blinked Jessica Simpson all the time. And then Tio had that emotional front. That's my quarterback. I remember that was dying. When
And she's guaranteed to be there. She's already announced she's going to be there. Fuck. She
Are they
did get
dating?
more-
Are they dating? Yes or no? Are they dating?
Yeah, they are. But she's going to get more TV time than half the fucking guys that sit on the bench. Like,
That's true. That's true. That's true.
girl hasn't thrown a ball in her life. She just met a bunch of balls and got in her face. Fuck.
She's making
Right.
worse. But if you're
Thank
trying,
God this isn't a family show no more.
I'm saying it.
exactly,
If,
right?
if Travis Kelce breaks that girl's heart, she gonna make a song about that dude. And it's gonna go all over.
She'll
the
make
He's
place.
gonna make it regardless.
She'll make it.
Well,
So, all right, so Pittsburgh at Buffalo on Sunday at 1:00, and Buffalo's favored 9.5.
Her supposed to get bad weather in Buffalo, like we're getting. Supposed to get it twice as bad over there in
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Because they're in Orchard Park, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they are.
They're both used to the cold. Pittsburgh, Buffalo, the weather is, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
they're used to the cold. You Pittsburgh and Buffalo used to that
I
cold.
love Tomlin though.
Buffalo's favored by a minus 500.
I just saw my phone report. Gabe Davis is always not playing.
So what?
This just
I don't trust. Like if Najee Harris can run the ball, the Bills defense has been playing well as of late, though. The defense is playing well as of late. Bills defense is playing good as of late.
Diggs is playing. He's going to
I
go.
think it's.
off.
I'm going.
He's
Buffalo
going
still.
off.
And I like the way
Josh Allen's gonna.
Mason Rudolph has been playing some good football too as of late. If you get the ball to George Pickens and Deontay Johnson,
That's what I was about to say. Since Rudolph took over,
TJ Watt's not playing. That's a big loss for this.
that's huge. That's massive.
Yeah.
This game's a toss-up, man. Like honestly, Mike Tomlin's just like that guy. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Buffalo.
It's like
It's in his DNA.
it's insane.
Figured it out.
Last time they played, Buffalo won 38-3 on October 9th, 2022, though.
That was last season. Yeah, I remember that.
So
That's 2 years ago, man. That whole team is different.
Yeah, I told
I'm
team.
gonna go with Buffalo still,
I'm going Buffalo.
but I think it's gonna be close. Come down to like 3 points.
If
If it
Pittsburgh
came down to the spread, I'm picking Pittsburgh.
If Pittsburgh,
Oh, yeah.
if Pittsburgh can run the ball with Najee Harris, control the clock, I'll give them a chance. Mason Rudolph's playing not good football. He's not turning the ball over and everything. Get the ball to your playmaker, make them make plays. But I will slightly go towards Buffalo because they have the more talented team. But
Yeah.
Pittsburgh can surprise you, so you never. I'm gonna lean towards Buffalo.
I'm picking Pittsburgh, man. Not because I don't like Buffalo or anything. It has nothing to do with that. I just have.
Football.
Buffalo's
I love Mike Tomlin. It's not even just that. Like I feel like I trust Najee Harris a lot more than I trust James Cook. And Josh Allen. Like no one wants to talk about the guy had 30 turnovers this year altogether. Like,
Turnover
I think
pro.
he's
like
Eggs though. You're gonna run.
Buffalo-
Dak had 17 last year, and they were talking about his training camp interceptions all off season.
Buffalo,
Who is this guy?
Buffalo is the Leafs of the NFL.
Mm.
Because last time
That's the Cowboys.
Buffalo won a championship, it was the
AFL?
AFL championship in 1964, 1965.
That's for the NFL.
Okay, that's fair.
And I got that for Pete because he was trashing my Leafs, and I'm like, wait, you guys didn't win a championship since last night.
Onions?
So that's for you, Peter.
Yeah.
Do you vent this guy? Oh, I have some words for him.
You may.
So
I mean,
before you trash my Leafs,
hopefully
just know
next week we gotta get
Leafs won a championship before you.
All right, so you're going Buffalo. You're leaning Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo.
I'm
You
going
go
Buffalo. Sadly, today, yeah. I used to
Man,
hate
This
Buffalo.
guy heard Phil's insight on the game.
No.
Don't change your mind because of me.
No, Josh Allen's a talented quarterback, but he just turns the ball over so much. But I think overall,
Stephon
Buffalo's
Diggs, though, he's I don't know.
What
That
Allen's
guy's a
going to show
magnet.
up?
Allen's is going to show up. I don't know what Mason Rudolph's going to do on Sunday. But I love Mike Tomlin, but I'm going to slightly lean towards more of the Bills. If Pittsburgh wins, I'll be happy. So whatever.
Yeah.
Allen
I
doesn't
wouldn't be
play
upset
good
either.
frustrated. He starts throwing the ball away way too much. Like,
But TJ Watt not there is a big, huge loss for the Pittsburgh.
That's huge.
That's big.
if Pittsburgh gets the lead, I mean, it could throw Buffalo right off.
I don't know.
I don't think they deal with pressure
Hard
too
to
good,
say.
Buffalo.
That's why playoffs. We're
That's-
trying to win a game.
Then again, one injury.
And then
could
we got
happen.
Phil. I guess we might as well let Phil introduce the 4:30 game.
Cowboys Packers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers we're 1-9 since in AT&T against the Packers. But without Aaron Rodgers, we don't know what that looks like.
2-9.
I feel like the Cowboys are a lot healthier.
Defense.
AJ Dillon's gonna miss the game. Alexander's got a dinged up ankle. CD Lamb and Dak this year are on a level that I don't think I saw any other quarterback other than Tua and Tyreek. Their connection this year is nuts. It's after week 4 against San Fran, so I actually have London to thank for this because CD snapped and he's like, guys, just I'm the number one, throw me the ball. Since then, he went off for like 12 touchdowns and like almost 2,000 yards.
Just smiling and waving at everybody. I love
It's
it.
crazy. The only thing that's going to kill us, honestly, is it's a fast turf at AT&T. Aaron Jones he's a beast.
Yeah, Aaron Jones.
And if Jordan Love's one of the hottest quarterbacks in football right now.
And last
Right?
time, 31-28, Green Bay, November 13th, 2022.
Yeah. I remember that game because we had the game in the bag, and then Kellen Moore decided to keep throwing the ball instead of running it. It is what it is.
Though, right? So,
but yeah, no, I got the Cowboys in this game just because I honestly believe that Jimmy curse is gone. And some of the shit that I've seen happen in the last 2 weeks since that, like it's crazy. Like I'm telling you, that call against Detroit would have gone against the Cowboys if he was not put in the Ring of Honor that night. That is a call that goes against the Cowboys every single time.
My officiating crew got
Thank you.
But our officiating crew got banned for the playoffs, so it's not in the playoffs, so they got banned.
They don't get no playoff action.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah, I know. I have a feeling that Cowboys take this game,
I'm going.
and I feel like it's gonna be a rematch with either they're either gonna play the Lions or the Rams, depending what Philly does. But
No. If the Rams beat
The Lions.
Detroit, we play the lower seed or number 1 seed. And if Philadelphia beats Green Bay, Tampa, you guys play Tampa. You guys play Philadelphia divisional game.
Oh God,
I want Lions and Cowboys.
Oh God.
I want Lions and Cowboys. That's what I want.
that'd be nice.
Girlfriend cheers for Cowboys, so she's on
Well,
your side there.
The funniest thing about that game, that like everyone wants to talk about that 2-point conversion. CeeDee Lamb fumbled out of the end zone. That's a touchdown. There was I think that game could have been so much different. It could have been a blowout, but like all these little ticky-tack things kept happening. There was a 25-yard run that Tyler Smith got a hold on. He wasn't even in the play.
Yeah.
It was so random.
Yeah.
Those ticky-tack things could happen again.
They always.
No, I honestly, like just to put it out there, I think officiating across the NFL this year has probably been the worst I've ever seen, league-wide. Like not just Cowboys. Like some of the calls they missed, like that, the offsides against KC. Then you have Patrick Mahomes crying because it's called and go his way for the first time in 5 years. Like against Philly with the Bills, like that horse collar on Josh Allen with his jersey ripped. They said, "Oh no, he didn't get his jersey." It's like his jersey's ripped off of his chest. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no hold.
So we all agree Cowboys winning that game.
I'm going Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys too.
All right,
But I could see.
No.
No, it's just
No.
these are the games that these fucking.
Yep.
These like when you go bet, these
Yeah.
are the games they trap you on where everybody goes Cowboys
They
and
call that a trap game.
Green Bay comes out of nowhere and wins by 1. And it's like, what the hell? And it's a kick too. It's a fucking
Jordan
kick.
Love or something, like some incredible.
No, it's a
fucked up
kicker
play.
that got lucky and he woke up that day and he was right there at the right time and got a big contract with it. Fuck. I hate
Possibly. And then
I've been on the receiving end of too many of those, man.
that all the time.
You rocking a Roger Staubach jersey?
Yeah, man.
I'll rock my Joe Montana next time. All right, so Rams, Lions, nightcap, NBC, Sunday Night Football.
Lions.
It's in Detroit, right?
Yeah, it's in Detroit.
You know tickets are going for $490, the cheapest tickets?
You couldn't pay me
that's the
$500 to go to Detroit.
No,
watch
because
that.
that's their first home playoff game since '91 when they beat your team in the divisional game '91. And they eventually lost to Washington, then Redskins in '91. They went on to win the Super Bowl that year, Super Bowl 26. But they've had
That's fine. We won 2 Super Bowls back to back the year after that, so I don't really care.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Here at 6 Sports, we do our research, guys.
Yeah.
All the teams.
No. Detroit's this talented team. Dan Campbell's the guy played tight end for the Cowboys.
Guys,
So I love Dan Campbell.
I love those.
I just think that Stafford is going to go to Detroit and he's going to be pissed. And Stafford has been playing.
Heard his wife was talking too, as well as too. I heard his wife was talking some shit too, as well, man.
And
Why do the wives got to get involved, man? Just stay off Twitter. Cole Beasley's wife was the worst for that.
back for LA Rams, freaking Kyrian Williams or something.
Carry on, Williams. He's
Williams.
nice.
Buddy, that guy is money in the bank. Yeah.
And if Aaron Donald gets to kick off,
If that guy goes off,
So who do you guys got?
I got the Rams for upset.
can I call it?
Yeah, I have to go Rams.
Playoff.
I'm going Rams.
I'm going with my sports gut. I'm going with Detroit.
I'm going Rams.
All right, that's a good game to watch.
And the Monday night football game.
Monday.
Weird playoff game Monday night football. We got the Eagles and the Bucks.
Yeah, Philadelphia and Tampa. I don't know if I believe in Tampa enough, and I feel like now because playoffs is about it's playoff. I think
Well, you got
Phillies are
Hurts.
gonna fly high.
You got Philly with Hurts.
But AJ
and
Brown with all that
Mayfield.
stiff deleting all the stuff off his Instagram and social media and stuff. I don't know what's up with that. And nice ass, bud.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Uh,
You said Philly, so I figured.
You got
take
Hurts.
a dump on those scumbags.
So quarterback wise, Hurts versus Mayfield. I'll take Hurts any day over.
Yeah, that's
Mayfield.
where I'm.
Just to interrupt, Hurts hasn't thrown a football all week because of his finger.
Oh yeah.
Did not hear about that. But I'd still take Hurts.
AJ.
Mayfield.
I still take Philly over Tampa though. Like just my.
It would have surprised.
Tampa's
Remember, Tampa's won a Super Bowl 3 years ago, so
nice on the TV too right now.
So Tampa's a championship a veteran, not a mentality team. So they can. But I think Philadelphia is
Mike
overall
Evans.
talented.
I could see the Bucks winning too, though.
It would have surprised me if Tampa wins that game, but I lean towards Philadelphia. Tampa could surprise you and win the game. But I wouldn't surprise Tampa.
Depends what Philly team shows up. Like if it's a team we've been seeing the last couple weeks, they're done. But if it's like the starting of the season, they could kill it. They could make it far in the playoffs.
Okay. So
Here we
for
go.
me, no, it's not gonna be a diatribe.
Kidding, go on. We
Damn birds.
But for me, the way that they've been playing, honestly, there's a lot of stuff going on in that locker room we don't know about. 1, 2, that secondary hasn't been able to stop any single receiver all year. They're 32nd ranked secondary in the league. Mike Evans is a beast.
Yeah, that guy's money in the bank.
Like that guy can go off for 200 yards against the secondary.
You know what? I think
If you're Philly, you're shutting that guy
I
down.
think Mike Evans made Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M.
Yeah, how do you shut him down? Who are you going to put on him? Slay? Slay's been getting burned for 50, 70 yards a game.
Philadelphia secondary has always been suspect, man. So I'm not surprised. Look at my team did to them in that week 13 game in Philadelphia.
I hate
destroyed them.
Philly. I fucking hate Philly.
Philly, honestly, I think Philly loses, and I think they lose bad because that team is embarrassed. Like they're in such bad shape in that locker room right now. Like when your quarterback and your number one receiver aren't even talking, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
I hate.
I think Jalen Hurts is battling injury. I know his knee is hurting him and everything. I think if they lose this game, whatever. If they win, they lose, and they get slapped by you guys the following week, they'll come back. They'll come back better the following season. So.
Well, after hearing all of this, it's like you guys were making me sway the other way, but I was like super confident on Philly. But I didn't know Hurts hasn't thrown a ball all week. Like that's not good.
I just want to see their fans hurting. I don't like Philly fans. Like
Me too.
biggest
Bags grudges.
I've ever met in my life. Like
Phil, you know that very well. He went to that Eagles game years ago, the Cowboys game. Remember you told me? Huh?
I almost got stabbed.
Yeah, remember you told
they're
me.
psycho.
It's crazy. I had a football thrown at me. I had a drink poured on me. I had it was crazy. And I'm like, dude, I was wearing a Des Bryant jersey. Probably my fault. But I went to the Philly game in Philly wearing a Des Bryant jersey, and he had 3 touchdowns in the first quarter
Wow.
in 2014. That was
I hope you weren't by yourself, obviously, because if you
no,
were,
it was.
I'm surprised you didn't get dragged.
Both my friends couldn't get in. My 2 friends couldn't get in. One of them was too drunk to get in. The other one gave.
One night,
Yeah.
Steve, right?
and the world went
You
crazy.
were-
That was a bad night.
You were TJ and Steve, right?
Like I said,
Yeah, I ended up leaving at halftime.
Steve's an Eagles fan anyway.
All right, I'm sticking with my gut. I'm still going with the Eagles.
kid show, biggest bunch of assholes I've ever seen in my life. Fuck Philly. like,
So what, you're going?
It's crazy.
He's going.
I
Tampa,
want
you're going
Tampa, but I got
I'm
Eagles
gonna
on my
go
friggin'
Philadelphia.
parlay.
You're going Philly, and feel the thrill. You're going Philly or Tampa?
I'm going Tampa.
All right, so we
I
got.
just care about the money. I'll lose the money. Fuck Philly, man. I hate them.
All right, so what do you think? Should I just jump to the notes I got down for football, like college football?
Well, what about Billy Belichick there?
Oh yeah, if you guys got notes,
He
fire
just
him up.
he just left the Patriots, didn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah. And
Well,
I think that was a mutual thing.
there
yeah.
goes
Mac Jones.
they left he left his imprint there, so he's the good. He's one of the best coaches, gonna go down in history. He's gonna be in the history books. Some people might not think that way.
What? That guy's like either
I
number
do
1
not.
or 2 coach
Yeah.
ever.
And then you got Brady there, best quarterback. The Patriots are good for a couple of years. They can lose a couple. Like,
So
Yeah,
who's
they can lose a decade and be fine.
yeah,
Let's be honest here.
sitting pretty?
they celebrated enough. They made it to the finals way too many times.
So who's this new coach? The guy, what is he? The Rams?
Jerry
Like,
Mayo.
where's he
Mayo.
from again?
So he actually played for the Pats. I think he was drafted by the Pats too. And he played for them. He won 1 Super Bowl with them. He's a linebacker. He kind of played all over the league. But I'm pretty sure Belichick drafted him. I might be wrong. I didn't do any research on him. But he, from what I read, the reason that he was hired so quickly is because in his contract as an assistant coach, he had it as he was Bill's successor. So they already had this planned out.
Okay, and where was he? Where was he assistant coach before here? Was he the Pats?
No, he's just been a coach for the Pats, to my knowledge. But I'm pretty sure he started as like quality control coach, and then he went to linebackers coach. So it's a pretty big upgrade to go from linebacker to head coach of the Patriots.
Right?
Well, you got the team has to change now. Like, they're in every team has to rebuild eventually, and the Pats have been at the top way too long. I'm surprised the rebuild took this long to get to be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that whole place was run differently under Bill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's like
They trade Jamie Collins away for like a second rounder. Like they got to the point where Belichick was like so cocky that he would just trade away anybody just to get a draft pick and then try to draft a better player, and it never happened.
Could you imagine he signs with another team, Billy
Right.
Boy,
Phil,
and then win another Super Bowl?
Phil, we're gonna lose you right now, so we gotta start a new one. All right.
We'll lose him. We'll lose the.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I gotta take a quick bathroom break.
All right, we're all taking a break then.
All right.
All right,
I'm gonna end this
give me
one.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll see you back.
I cut.
We're back, baby.
All I gotta say is, fuck the media. It screws over Toronto. It screws over New York. Screws over the major cities. Like,
No, I think mostly small market teams.
you think so?
Yeah.
I think it's the major markets that get hit the hardest. Like every time the Toronto Maple Leafs lose, they'll be like 43-7, and then they'll lose a game, and like the fan base goes off, and they're like, the media is like, we gotta trade Nylander, we gotta trade the defenseman. It's like, bro, we're 43-7. Like, what the hell is going on?
Boston Bruins had the greatest season last year. They lost in the first round with the Florida Panthers
Exactly.
Yeah, and Seattle Kraken beat the shit out of the Avalanche.
in 7 games, right in the playoffs last year. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's any given day. Like, who's
Sports,
playing
man. It's
better
all about
today?
theater, man. It's entertainment.
But then the media comes out and they're like, oh,
Yo,
Toronto
winners win, bud.
hasn't won since 1967. Well, there's 30 teams now. It's kind of hard.
All
like,
right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And if Boston's winning 3 of the seasons, if Chicago wins 4, it doesn't leave much room for Toronto to win 1. Like, it's just.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I was saying about Stephen A. It's like, okay, well, all you're doing is saying the Cowboys won't win. So
Yeah.
you're picking one team out of 32 not to win at the beginning of the year.
And the excuse is because they never did it before. It's like,
If I get paid for that, if I get paid for picking one team not to win,
Speaking of Stephen A. Smith, I don't know if you heard recently, him and Jason Whitlock have had issues over the years, and he went off. He called him a fat bitch. like, you punk bitch. He was going in
Yeah,
on,
I hope he issuing an apology on Monday.
huh?
Yeah.
He'll have to issue an apology on Monday.
Well, you know, he told ESPN ahead of time, I'm going to go off on this guy on my show. He told ESPN ahead of time what I'm going to do. Because it built up for years, man. He went off on Jason Whitlock. I don't like Jason Whitlock anything. He's an asshole anyway.
That's like Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel.
I heard about that.
He got kicked off Pat McAfee.
He's not going to be on Pat McAfee show on Tuesday anymore, Aaron Rodgers.
That's fucked up.
Well,
Which is funny because they were paying Aaron Rodgers to be on that show.
It was?
yeah. And here's the funny thing too. So Jimmy Kimmel went to go sue Aaron Rodgers about the whole situation.
Oh, with the
Epstein.
Epstein? Oh, okay.
But if you watch the video carefully, he didn't say he was on the Epstein list. He said he's not going to be very happy with what he sees on the Epstein list. See the choice of words he used there? Like, you can't sue a guy saying you're not going to be happy about what you see. He didn't say you're going to be on there. So the lawsuit's getting thrown out.
Well, Aaron Rodgers has tried to change his words a little bit his whole life,
Yeah.
especially with his vaccine status a couple years back.
Yeah.
And he calls out Travis Kelce. I'm like, bro, relax. Get over it. The vaccine thing is dumb. Who cares about it? I don't talk about shit anymore. But you know, Aaron Rodgers, yes. Well, ask me
He's on
about
that
this all the time.
ayahuasca, bro.
Exactly.
He's a narcissist. He's been a narcissist forever.
Who's worse than Brett Favre?
I'm sorry?
You
Who's
freaking
worse than Brett Favre?
Oh, Rodgers for sure.
You think so? Brett Favre.
Brett Favre sent dick pics, dude. It's not like it's bad, but it's not lying. It's not lying to your team and your
Yeah,
employer.
you rigged this kid's school to win the championship.
Like women's
Oh,
volleyball.
you're talking about that part. Okay, yeah.
The dude stole money from welfare to build his daughter a volleyball court in her college, man.
Facility,
That's pretty low, man.
LeBron James built a school that no one graduates from. So
And look at us just rambling on over here at 6Sports.
Living under the Trudeau law.
We got to fire some questions off. The three of us talked about it earlier, and we just came up with the list, right? So Phil doesn't know what's coming at him. So the biggest disappointment of 2023, like team, player, manager.
of the past year.
Yeah, let's go on the top of the
Like
list.
I'm going with the Jets.
Who's the
and Aaron
top?
Rodgers out, and like they should have been so good.
Who's the most disappointing player of the year?
Athlete.
Athlete.
Eckler.
I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers.
He was hurt though.
Yeah, but it's still disappointing. Jets they're all in. They were saying they're gonna win the bowl. They said they're gonna do it. Those fans were happy for once.
Austin Eckler is a good pick.
Well, then put turf or get rid of turf, man.
Oh yeah.
Most disappointing athlete in 2023.
Yeah.
John Morant.
Ooh.
Oh.
What about you?
Most disappointing?
Yeah.
This guy's going John Moran, eh?
John Morant. He's kind of part of 2024 too. He just got fucking surgery now too, isn't he?
But he's out the rest of the year.
The gun charges, fucking shoulder surgery. This
You
guy.
can't make this shit up.
Like, yeah, it's a
For me,
movie.
it's John Morant.
In my head, I want to say Samsonov because like he's killing me.
He is. They were like number one, fuck
Yeah.
Campbell, and then Samsonov this year is pretty bad.
But no, I kind of like Austin Eckler. Like in football, that guy was supposed to be the big man hype, and no.
What's the biggest disappointing team of the year?
All the sports.
Yeah.
Well, can I say the least? They disappoint us every freaking year. But they actually won a playoff series last year, so I'll give them that. I'll give
Just last
I
year.
could say the Jays too.
in sports.
That's where I was going.
I'm gonna go with Jays last year because they didn't get
Yeah,
Jays
I
didn't get
can't think of a worse one.
You know what? The most disappointing team this year was the New York Mets in baseball. That payroll and everything, and then eventually got rid of Matt Scherzer and Justin Verlander, the New York Mets.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say the Yankees too, but Aaron Judge, whatever. But to me, the New York Mets.
I was gonna go with the Jays because
We're
they never
strong.
got
He went to the Yankees.
they made the playoffs how many times and how many runs did they get?
The Jays?
Yeah.
Jays only scored one run in the two playoff games.
Yeah.
Not-
Exactly.
Not good.
Not good at all. So
For
I
me,
was going with Jays.
For me, the New York
That,
Mets.
that lineup.
For me, the New York Mets for me.
Top.
Disappointing.
Oh, yeah.
team? What? Vegas Golden Knights right now.
That's
Pistons-
The Chargers could be up there too, eh?
The Jets could be there too.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're just used to this point with them.
3 into 24.
I was one of those guys that were talking Jets at the beginning, saying they're gonna do some greatness, and then my whole prediction got
Garrett
ruined
Wilson.
within like 20. Yeah, Garrett Wilson for you on fantasy.
But that guy's money. You put him on any other
Yeah,
team.
but if you lose your starting quarterback, unless you're Cleveland,
He's done. That's all it is.
No, but he decided to hold on to him when I said get rid of him now when you still have a chance.
But like the only way to win a game is throw the ball to him. So it's like, come on now.
But they didn't throw the ball
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
They threw the ball.
through to Brees Hall
Yeah,
numerous
exactly.
times.
Brees Hall. That's the future.
Yeah, for me, it's the Mets, the New York Mets in baseball.
Jays.
I'm going Italy
Italy?
in soccer, yeah.
Not making it
Not making the World Cup
ever.
after winning the Euro Cup.
You know, most born children nowadays don't even remember Italy in being in the World Cup. It's every 4 years.
2006.
You know how long 2006 was? You know how old the kids are now? Teenagers.
Yeah.
That's
If
my
you're 9, you remember it.
was the New York Mets for me.
Yeah, I'll go with the Mets then too.
I just got
Wanna
out.
hear your
We just
guys'
got out of
insight.
high school, man. Like in 2006. That's 15 years ago.
Damn, time flies.
You're having fun.
Thanks for aging me.
Top rookie of the season.
And
Down
all-
the hatch we go.
all sports, top
Yeah.
rookie.
I'm gonna go
DJ
with
Stroud.
It's like he's living up to his expectations since September. Hockey was only from September to December, so
Can I
that's the
say
one I know.
Devon Chain?
Yeah. What's your pick?
Yana.
Ooh, Alvignana.
Chet Holmgren from OKC.
Ooh.
Top
I'm gonna say TJ Stroud, but nah, I'm gonna say Chet Holmgren.
top sporting news of the year of 2023.
$700 million Shohei Ohtani.
That was
Or
this year.
Juan Soto, or last year.
Last year. I said WWE being sold to Saudi Arabia.
They bought it.
Yeah, that's why they're doing all that shit now.
Don't they buy everything?
Not, Saudi Arabia, it was the TKO group that owns UFC, but they have money in there. Saudis have money everywhere right now.
I wish I got some Saudi money right now. To be honest with you, bro. Or whatever.
Biggest sporting news.
I said WWE sold the
Yeah,
TKO
big.
Sports out of
Neymar going to Saudi.
That's huge too. Messi was a top one too
Ronaldo.
with the Miami.
Yeah,
I found that was up there.
I saw the video of him the other day walking around the entire pitch.
You were just talking
Yeah.
about Messi and the freaking.
Yeah, now Inter Miami is stacked. Busquets, Jordi Alba.
Sweats.
Oh, Busquets, sorry.
But Messi didn't do anything by himself
Alba, Suarez, and Messi. That's a wrap.
though. They didn't
Yeah, that's a bunch of 40-year-olds.
Yeah, playing in the MLS.
making a shitload of cash. Shitload of
It's
cash.
the man's last stance.
On top of that, he's making money off the ticket sales. He's the owner. Like
Oh, he
he's-
owns percentage of everything.
Plus, he's playing for him. He gets a
Sales of his
contract
jerseys
with
and
them.
stuff like
Like
that.
you know, like
The video of him the other day was hilarious. Like this fan was taking a video of Messi and he was just walking around the midfield the whole game, like just walking around.
Oh yeah.
counted his money.
There's a new thing on Netflix, like a series. There's 6 6 episodes, and it's called Captains. It's like Thiago Silva, like Luka Modric, all the captains, like big time Ronaldo. If you haven't seen it on Netflix, you got to check it out. I watched it.
Right, Thiago Silva's my I have his jersey right here.
If you like football, you're gonna love that.
What was your sporting news of the year?
Sporting news of the year. I'm not sure. I gotta think about it.
I got Canada winning bronze in the FIBA World Cup, FIBA World Championship.
That's big.
Actually, hold on, of the year, Belichick leaving the Pats.
That's 2024.
2023.
2023. I have Canada winning FIBA. We winning the bronze medal.
Biggest
Him
sporting
coming
news,
third. That's for
Aaron
me.
Rodgers going to the Jets. That's like probably big.
That was huge.
That's mine.
That's the rest for me.
Oh, 2023, Jimmy Johnson getting the Ring of Honor.
We know you're going to ask me. At the end of the day, I always got to become a Cowboys team.
Top
It
athlete.
always will, but
Top athlete of the year.
Yeah.
2023.
Who's your MVP of the year, player wise? Like
Hurt in a car, call Kale McCarr.
You know what? He's gonna be happy. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say Jokic, man. Jokic balled out this year, man. Nikola Jokic balled out this year. I'm gonna send this clip to Nick. Nick's gonna love this, man. But Jokic is the athlete of the year for me, man.
I'm gonna say Alex Pereira in the UFC.
I'm gonna say Sugar Sean in the UFC.
Sugar Sean, that's a good one. That was actually my second pick. I was thinking about him, but then Alex Pereira with like how many fights he's actually had in UFC, and then becoming double champ, like middleweight to lightweight. Now he might be fighting heavyweight in 300, so it's rumored. That's kind of crazy. If he becomes a 3-time champion within 7 months, like that's
the cost to be the goddamn
first time ever. That's like Bruce Lee movie.
That's how you do it. Winners win, bud. Uno, dos, tres. Let's go.
UFC's in Toronto actually on the
next
20th.
week. Next week Saturday.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna go until I seen those ticket prices for $700 to sit in the 300s.
No, I'm good.
I love it.
No.
We're ripping it, guys. We've been ripping like
might as well watch it on Danza or whatever. Fuck that shit. I ain't paying
his own
whatever, man.
The closest seats you'll ever get is on your TV in a fight.
The money.
And you have a bathroom you just go to whatever you want.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah.
Order food when you want. You know,
pizza's here.
And you know what the worst thing is when you go to games? Those people with the cell phones, eh? They sit beside you and they record the whole fucking game on their cell phone.
once you watch it.
Pretty sure I was with you and you did that.
I did that once. I realized that when you said that. When you said that,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but then I started looking around.
Just kidding.
I noticed that everybody doing it. It's like, how many angles of this game do we need?
I'll take when I'm at a game, I'll take a picture, whatever, and that's it. I'm good.
So I put the phone away now. I'm like, I'm done with it.
You know what they should do? Ask the fans to show the referees views of penalties in football.
And hockey, basketball, baseball, all sports actually.
Well, hockey, like this is what just 20 seconds. When Gretzky high sticked Gilmore
93 Western Conference champion.
I knew the Leafs would never win again.
Don't say never.
That was
This whole year.
That was bullshit. We got robbed that year.
Yeah, it was.
Because they won that Leafs Canadians Stanley Cup final. It would have been golden for the NHL, man.
On paper, the Leafs look pretty damn
Day and
good.
age, we could make that happen.
On paper, they should win it. And I bet you in any other market, you put this team in Arizona, they'd win the cup because of the media. The media kills us every year. I'm telling you right now, Leafs lose a game, trade this guy, do this. To tell me the players don't read these comments. They do.
They all do.
They all read these comments like, oh, they want me traded.
Social media has ruined sports. Like Micah Parsons needs to just stop.
Yeah,
talking.
Even Michael Irvin said, "Shut the fuck up and stop worrying about San Fran, about Dallas."
Yeah, because Michael Irvin's sitting there going, "Jesus, if there was social media when I was playing in the '90s, I'd be in jail."
He stabbed a teammate in his neck and wore a barber seat.
A lot of these guys would be in jail with the cell phones we have now.
Lawrence Taylor. Oh.
All right, so turning back into the positive vibes. Just kidding. So what? You guys got any movies, shows, anything else you want to talk about this day in history?
I watched Echo. It was pretty good.
I don't know if you guys watched the Cat Williams interview. That's what everyone's talking about right now. That Cat Williams interview was freaking crazy, man.
Today's the anniversary of the DAC or the Des Cats. Just saying.
Oh no, today's the anniversry of that's for my
What's the anniversary of Doja Cat?
Oh, the
Des Catch.
It was a catch. The 2014 divisional game against.
Yeah, the Des Catch.
It was a catch. It was a catch. It was a catch. Even though I wanted Dallas to lose that game, it was a catch. So did you watch the Cat Williams interview? I was Club Shay.
Yeah, where did you come from again?
Cat Williams. You never watched Next Friday Money Mike?
Yeah, but he disappeared for like 20 years. So give me a break.
No, he's been still doing stand-up comedy tours and stuff like that. But I think
I saw Cat Williams. He got beat up by a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I remember that. He did. There's a video of it too.
Yeah, he did get beat by a 14-year-old. But he went off on he exposed the whole entertainment industry, man.
On top of that, saying he exposed
I think Epstein did that.
2 sides of the story, by the way. Like Ludacris came out, he said some things. He's also looking for popularity because
here on
Cat
6Sports, this is only opinions. This is no fact or fiction.
Cat Williams isn't as big as he was during those days of like
from all
Friday, all that stuff. Like,
but for Cat Williams, man, I think he had a lot to get off his chest, man. He had a lot to get off.
How much popularity did he gain from doing that interview?
I've always liked Cat Williams, but like that thing's at 42 million views right now.
The Illuminati stuff he was saying, it's like kind of like what everyone wanted him to say. I think
But haven't you heard about the Illuminati talk back in the day?
We all be here about Illuminati
Yeah,
talking, man.
Jay-Z, like back then.
Oh, with their little diamond thing, whatever.
Well, don't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't
Let's do
it.
the secret society handshake.
LeBron does that too all the time.
Exactly.
The only thing
yes, Brian did that for years.
that came out true was
Miley
an island
Cyrus?
full of pedophiles, and Bill Clinton was there.
All right. So yeah, we're getting off the tracks here, but
Yeah, let's get away from this one.
We're gonna get canceled.
all right. So
Yeah.
let's
Well,
just release it
what
out
else new?
of full content of sports. You guys got anything else you want to talk about? Movies, shows, anything like that?
I've fallen behind on so much TV shows. I gotta watch Tommy's Force.
Force,
I
Raising Canaan.
I haven't finished season 1 of House of Dragons yet.
No, that's
No,
pretty
I haven't
good.
finished watching.
I
that
haven't
one.
watched Game of Thrones yet.
Phil's just like, I just want to go play FIFA, guys. Like, that'll be
No more video games for me tonight.
I haven't watched.
Um,
I fall behind on a lot of TV shows. I gotta catch up.
TV shows. I watched Designated Survivor. Great show.
2 Ted show was good. I like
The
that.
new one, right? As a teenager.
As the kid,
the kid?
it's hilarious, man. I can't even say half the things look at
more than half.
God.
No, there's a lot of good TV out there, but I think with sports, we all have to just realize it's entertainment.
For documentary, you gotta watch that Bye Bye Barry documentary on Hulu, but why he retired from Detroit Lions. It's a good documentary, man, on Barry Sanders.
It's true. It is all entertainment. Gotta watch the script.
That's it. And that's why I stopped betting.
And make sure you watch that Barry Sanders documentary. It's actually good, man.
You ever watch
As
Short?
a Cowboys fan, you really think I'm going to watch a documentary on Barry Sanders?
What the hell's wrong with you, man? It's football, bro.
It's just in.
You hate Barry
Go
Sanders.
and watch it.
You hate Barry Sanders that much, man?
You see that? face?
Smith, like there was a battle for a decade of my life.
We'll talk about that next time
It
about
was
Barry.
only a decade.
To me, Barry
So he
Sanders.
lost 10 years.
Barry
of
Sanders,
your
my
life.
favorite running back of all time.
If Barry Sanders had the
With
Cowboys
Evans,
offensive line,
We all know that. Yeah.
that guy'd have like 9,000 yards on top of what he already has.
Back here at 6 Sports, we constantly just can't stop talking about sports, contemplating, debating.
No. We'll get into this Barry Emmett Smith next time.
Barry's the better running back.
We got a nerve over here,
And
man.
there's nothing against him.
This guy ain't walking away from this one.
Yeah,
There's nothing against him. Barry Sanders was the better running back.
Smiling
So
all
it's
the
a
way
good
to the
documentary.
Bible.
Honestly, man, you like it. It's a good documentary. Actually, good, man. It's actually a good documentary.
Yeah, but I'm not going to watch a documentary on the guy.
But I'm saying you
Open
should
the
watch.
popcorn.
I don't know if you watch ESPN 30, but they had one on Reggie White too as well. You don't like Reggie White either?
Yeah, well, they also have a Netflix documentary about the Gators, the Florida Gators.
I didn't watch that one, but I heard it was
Documentary right there.
A bunch of murderers.
No. Apparently didn't
I
really,
like it.
apparently didn't really talk
No,
about
they
it.
didn't talk about it at all. They
Anybody
just
talks about
skipped
it.
the fact that they
It's
killed.
like a true crime football
I
movie.
want to watch it because they didn't talk about it.
I don't know what's going on right now. We're going from
Yeah, what's his
positive to
name from
negative to
Patriots
north to
there?
south.
The Johnny Manziel one was actually good though.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was rich, but he wasn't really rich. He said he lied about him having oil money. He never had oil money.
We're gonna get into the next
Go look.
45 minutes here.
So
And on this note, 6 Sports and Phil the Thrill. Can't wait for this fucking wild card weekend.
These guys like to make me edit.
It's gonna be a
I'm
big
more scared than anything because I'm just so used to wild card disappointment.
but
Cowboys
wild card,
fans are-
we're all gonna be the jokers. We're gonna make it through.
Detroit.
That's what we do. Detroit, Miami,
Niner game.
Niners, yeah.
Oh, they have the bye, so he's all
Dallas.
being a little fucking.
Next
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I made it this
Thanks for
weekend.
checking
so next
back
weekend
in
I'll
with
talk.
6 Sports.
week hopefully we'll have Pete next week, so you and Pete can go out about your soccer, your Ventus, and everything. That'll be golden.
Yeah, next week we got soccer, we got golf, we got live, we got
Yeah,
everything.
Pete loves the 1965 AFC champion Buffalo
Hey,
Bills.
Phil, is there anything else you want to say?
1965, man, that's an important year.
Holy fuck, I wasn't even bouncing around my dad's balls that year.
I think you're way beyond that point.
All right. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she don't. That's just the
Yeah.
way she goes sometimes.
So
Cheers,
that's
bud.
it.
From 6 Sports and Phil the Thrill,
Cheers, boys.
hang loose, get loose, and foot loose.
So Brittany, say hi, bro.
All right, so yeah, Bill Belichick. So what about Nick Saban?
Ooh, that's a big one.
They already announced the new coach already. The guy that coached Washington,
Washington, right? Yeah.
Alabama. Everyone thought it would be Dabo Sweeney, but no, it was him.
I thought it
Yeah,
was,
that was when he bringing his religion to Alabama, man.
I thought it was gonna be Urban Meyer.
Oh fuck no!
Start kicking some kickers.
Right?
Listen, what he
There's
did in
some-
Florida, the situation of Florida with him, no, he's not Urban Meyer.
Even the Titans are looking for a coach, huh?
Yeah, Mike Vrabel.
There's
That's who I thought was going to go to the Pats. To be honest with you,
Vrabel, yeah.
apparently there's a lot of tension in Tennessee
Yeah,
between the owner.
that Tennessee's basically rebuilding right now. They're rebuilding right now.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think
Right?
Yeah, Derrick Henry's gone. He's going. He's leaving.
Is he-
yeah, he was thanking the equipment managers.
Where's Derrick Henry gonna go?
Cowboys.
Where?
I think he's going to Dallas.
Pittsburgh.
No, they have Najee Harris. They're good.
No, they have Najee and they have Jalen Warren. He's not going there.
He can go to Buffalo. Buffalo. I can see him going to the Bills.
Yeah, leaving those hot states and going to cold states doesn't usually happen.
Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke playing? He playing the dome.
Yeah. I'm talking about running backs that can still run.
Yeah.
Pretty sure teams get traded out
Okay,
too.
let's go.
All right, so NFL's done.
Well, I was gonna say Michigan wins the whole shebang.
Yo, Dave Portnoy down in Michigan going nuts. I seen that.
Oh yeah, that's his school. That's where he went.
He went with his mom, I
He,
think.
he
Or-
bet $1 million on him to win.
yeah, he was
And what a
happy.
comeback too.
Happy man that night.
I'm happy for Jim Harbaugh. I'm happy for Jim
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
but I think weren't they favored? Like, he probably only made like 10K on that. It's not like,
Hey, really? Well, it's a winner's win. It's still a win.
it's like minus 100. He puts $1 million on it.
The one thing about college, there's no fucking
guaranteed.
defense, and there's
And so what they are?
it's like a wild, wild west, man. It's like a shootout between the quarterback and the runners, like in the college ball, like.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And there's no surprises really. Like
Offense
once in a
is so
while,
fire.
basketball has a lot of surprises in college, but football, there's not too many surprises. Like this
The
team's gonna dominate.
The
this team's gonna dominate.
SEC runs the college football, man.
Oh, yeah.
But now you got the Big Ten. Now the Pac-10, the Pac-12's done now. It's because you got teams coming over there to the Big Ten now. So it's gonna be interesting next year. Plus, we're going to the 12 team college playoffs next year too, which could be interesting. So, which kind of takes the luster out of it because teams playing for that position. But whatever. It's all about the money.
At least they're getting paid now.
The most
Yeah. So,
the most confusing thing for me with that whole setup in general was the fact that Alabama even got chosen over.
FSU.
Yeah, like we're.
but
It's
Hey,
a-
I was about
no,
to say
FSU
FSU. Are you
listen,
fucking kidding me?
they didn't
But
want
they're
the,
defeated.
they
That
didn't.
was the yeah.
No, they didn't want Georgia. They didn't want a TCU last year. How they got blown
Yeah,
up.
but is it the electoral college? Like, is it just like what's the point of playing the games then?
At the end of the day,
They do it
at the end of the day, man.
We already know it's a loss.
Last year's championship game between Georgia and TCU was born as so they don't want that. They want entertainment. They want suspense, but they didn't get that. So
Yeah, that was 56 to like 3 or
so
something.
so like it made the guys at the board like see we were right because they didn't have Jordan Travis. Their star quarterback was out, so they didn't
A
want
lot
to
of
put that
guys
in.
were
So
out,
it
yeah.
makes sense. So
If you want suspense, you watch Coach Prime there. All right.
Coach,
Martin Harris Jr. He entered the NFL draft.
Oh,
I think Chicago should actually. I don't know what the Bears are gonna do with that number 1 pick, man. Because
I think they're gonna trade it.
Yeah, they think they're gonna keep Justin?
100%.
They're gonna keep Justin. They're gonna keep Justin. They got to trade that pick and get and surround Justin with talent.
How far do you trade down though?
Well, they got to
How much-
because they got to get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You already have a player in mind. See, I
That's-
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they need.
See,
They
but
need
here's
Because of
so
the-
it was so weird. So if you watch the Bears last year, they did the same thing they did this year. So for the first half of the season, they didn't trust Justin Fields to run the ball and be who he is.
yeah, what he wants to do.
And then the second half of last season, they're like, okay, be you, and they went off.
you know
And
what
it's like sort of the beginning of this season. The
you know what
same
team I
way.
want. You know what team I really want.
Too
You know
late.
what team I want him to go to? Atlanta. He's from Georgia. Michael Vick 2.0 there, but not Desmond Ritter. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson,
Kyle
Justin
Pitts.
Fields.
It's just good.
That would be that. I like to see. I like to see him in Atlanta, man. I wouldn't mind if they were that to trade. If they kept that pick and drafted Caleb Williams, I would trade him to Atlanta.
Yeah,
but
Caleb Williams. Woo.
That would be like that would pretty much be the NFC Baltimore Ravens.
yeah.
Watch out for the Ravens, though. Holy, we didn't even talk about San Fran or the
Oh no,
Ravens.
that's next week.
Okay.
That's
okay.
next week. That's the divisional team start next week, and I got a lot to say about the Ravens.
San Fran,
I like
pretty
that.
better
I like that.
show up there, man.
I'm not worried about Brock.
See,
What
here's
up?
where I get like, this is where I start thinking about like, everybody likes to talk about quarterbacks in the playoffs and how they perform. Lamar Jackson in the playoffs has been horrible,
Yeah.
but he's locked into the Super Bowl already, according to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
According to my
Because the
bets
whole
too, he's
season-
locked in as MVP. So
Lamar Jackson,
Well, yeah.
52 points in his 4 playoff games.
Zay Flowers, just send it.
he's like the David Price of the fucking MLB.
Scored 42 points in playoff games. 52 points in his 4 playoff games. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it's tough.
But
Because the team's finally figured him out and what he's going to try to do, right?
when does he figure it out though? Like,
This is a
he's
big
been
year
to
for
the playoffs.
like Lamar and Dak Prescott. So much pressure on these guys this year from the playoffs, man.
Yeah, the most pressure, I think, to be honest with you.
Quarterback is Dak and Lamar.
Do you think the AFC takes it or the NFC? this year?
Well, right
If the
now,
Niners get to the Super Bowl, it's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah. It's AMC.
The only team that can beat the Niners, and I'm saying this with full confidence, is the Rams.
Stafford.
the
That's
line.
the no, just because it's divisional. They know each other really well. They play each other really well. The Cowboys, they don't even show up when the 49ers take the field. They're just like, okay, guys, we're done. Let's just go back to the bus.
Then again,
So,
whether-
like, at least, like, you know what I mean?
there's a lot of factors though. There could be an injury any time in the game. There could be a weather change. There could be a bad game. Bad games happen too, big time.
any given Sunday.
If Purdy didn't get hurt last year in the championship game, the Eagles don't stand a freaking chance against that. They were playing Christian McCaffrey at quarterback, and they're bragging about it.
Right? That guy's money in the bank.
That's quarterback.
No, not a
I'm so glad the Eagles lost it too. Like,
That was a good Super Bowl, though.
yeah,
That was a good Super Bowl. That was a good Super Bowl last year. That was a good game.
it was a halftime show again.
No,
Was that last year?
last year was
year's.
Rihanna.
Yeah, pregnant Rihanna. Holy shit, what a show! Like,
And this year, my boy Usher's at the same. I'm just looking forward to that.
Usher's the man.
I said, "Where's your boy 20 years ago?"
And he's still my boy. You know that, man. You know I'm a die. I know I love Usher.
In the club.
I loved Usher too 20 years ago.
yeah.
What?
Last time I seen Usher, he fell off a stage.
You did?
Oh, God, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot about
years
that.
ago.
I thought it was Drake. I know Drake fell off stage.
I saw Usher in Vegas. But,
Drake was probably trying to run the Bet 365.
oh,
But-
man.
All right, so we're gonna talk about some NBA.
Yeah. I don't have many notes down, but fire off some shots and I'll join in here. Let's
Coach
go.
of the Raptors.
I love the Raptors coach, man. I wasn't a fan of that hire, but after Tuesday night's last,
Legend.
huh?
Legend.
You know,
Oh, yeah. Snap.
Nick must be loving that right now. He's Serbian,
Oh.
man. That guy went out.
Yeah, Nick. I'm surprised Nick didn't have like 19 posts on his story
I
about
know, I'm
that.
surprised he didn't suppose anything about that. But
And
I,
I
was
bet-
Like going off in Serbian.
I bet a lot of players
How
want
much
to play
did
for
he
the
get
Raptors
fined?
now.
I didn't hear anything about a
Yeah,
fine.
he got a
yet.
fine.
You did?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
20.
25K.
MLS better pay for his goddamn fine because he was speaking truth, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was speaking freaking truth. on that.
24.
Same time, even if he pays off
Two.
the fine, I bet you a lot more players would be attracted to Toronto now having a coach that would stick up for you like that every fucking game.
Well, my favorite thing that he said, like a lot of it's going under the radar, is like he's like, if you guys want the Lakers to win some matches, tell us we won't show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my favorite part of
Like
the
he's basically calling the NBA rigged at that point.
We already know we're gonna lose. So if that's the case, just tell us not to show up.
Well, just look at LeBron at the play-in. That
Oh, it's a joke.
that was dirty.
Did you hear LeBron said after? Oh, they fouled. We did it, bro. Shut up, man. Like you don't have to. Just shut up. You don't gotta say anything. But that's LeBron for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Get some my damn. He's an all-time great, but he'll never be the GOAT. Tell Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, no.
Shannon Sharp is LeBron James. Like, if you talk bad about LeBron, Shannon Sharp will go out. Ask Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown criticized LeBron that last play against Denver, the conference finals. Kwame Brown said like LeBron should have done something this better. Shannon Sharp went personal, and then Kwame Brown went off on his ass a couple of days later, man, which is classic.
I love that because he got all mad at Skip Bayless for going personal on him.
I like Skip.
But know what? But
When it comes to the GOAT
no.
conversation.
Skip was wrong though. Like no, when Skip
It's
loses,
always wrong. I hate Skip Bayless.
no. When Skip loses the debate, he goes low blow. He goes low blow. He does it all the time, man.
I like him on the Jordan conversation. I don't like him in MMA.
No,
You're
like when him and Chris Carter were on ESPN, he low blow Chris Carter about how many rings did you win. I'm like, you don't need to say that, man. He just likes to blow people all the time, man.
He's trying to tell Joe Rogan how MMA works. So, like way back in the day,
Only-
when
only-
ESPN
only-
first got the
The
deal.
only people that put Skip in his place was Jalen Rose, Mark Cuban, Richard
And Richard Sherman put him in his place too.
Sherman did it recently too. He told him to skip. Don't yell at me. Raise your voice, man. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
You want to fight Joe Rogan? There's a Skip. There's a training monologue of him doing boxing and like
those skips and for his age, skips is in good condition.
Joe Rogan would kill him.
But Skip,
he's in good. Yeah, dude, he's in good marathon condition. He's not in good MMA condition. There's a big difference.
Honestly, the Raptors coach, I like what he said though. I like after that, man. I'm like, I like this guy, man. He slept for the players.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I fell off the NBA just because I watched games and I watched it happen to the Raptors for years. With DeRozan, with Lowry, like just full out getting slapped going to the rim, and they're like, "Oh well, he's got to be a superstar to get the call." It's like the guy's an all-pro, man. What do you want him to do?
Did you watch the documentary called on Untold? Tim Donaghy was talking about it, and he said like there's certain calls, and like I remember they called it on Michael Jordan, and the referee like you can call that play, but not on him. There's certain players you can't call it because at the end of the day, the fans want to see these players, right? It's a business. At the end of the day, you want to see certain players. You can't. You don't pay money to see a player get fouled out, right? That's how it sucks. At the end of the day, certain teams, certain players. That's how it is. It sucks. At the end of the day, it's a business.
So,
remember the Brooklyn championship?
That was management.
That wasn't in the script for them. Toronto wasn't supposed to win that one.
The Brooklyn series against the Raptors, the year of the Rudy Gay trade, when the Raptors went on a tear when they traded Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
We're playing the Nets. It's Game 7.
I watched that game.
And I think it was Garnett that actually, or no, it was Ron Williams that fouled out, but they took out Kevin Garnett when it wasn't even him that fouled. And it's like, and they, in the second quarter of that game, Kyle Lowry had 3 fouls, DeRozan had 3. So now as a coach, you have to put them on the bench. So you're taking your 2 best players out of the game. And then I thought about this afterwards. I'm like, no one wants to watch Toronto, Miami in round 2.
No, that's true.
It's a business.
Why? Toronto's sick.
It's a business.
To us.
People don't.
Americans, they think we live in igloos, dude.
America.
If you look at the population of Toronto compared to like a population of California, you're going to get more tickets sold in that population because of how many people can go there.
No, but Toronto, Canada, man. The population of Canada is 36 million. The population of California is 32.
They hate us because they ain't us. That's all.
But Toronto's the 4th biggest market in North America behind New York, LA, and Chicago.
I think we had one of the biggest parades.
In sports?
The Raptors, when they won that was a huge parade. That was like, what, 3 million people?
That was like all of Toronto.
No, Argentina's World Cup. No. That was
we're not talking soccer. That's European.
I'm saying
North American crowd.
I was at the parade when Italy won that. Trust me, there's nothing bigger than that. I couldn't even use my phone.
That was fun.
When Italy won the World Cup, I saw pictures. I'm like, damn, you guys went all out that freaking World Cup. I was so pissed off, man. I'm like, damn. I wanted Brazil to win.
The Portuguese guys went down there and painted over all of our stuff when they won the Euro.
Chiellini, that fucker.
Oh, the best nose in the history of soccer right there.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
I do a whole video monologue on that.
So do you guys like the RJ Barrett, what is it, quickly?
I like the trade.
I think it's good for both teams. I like it for both teams.
RJ Barrett's playing crazy ball right now for the Raptors.
Canadian,
can't complain. So
playing at home.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the trade. I think it was a good trade for both teams.
The only thing the Raptors lost in that trade was the defense from OG.
Yeah.
Like you're like RJ and Quickly are both better scorers, period. But defensively, you're losing them.
I'm kind of sad that Precious Achiuwa went to New York, but it's a business, man. But I like Quickly. Quickly, I think it's going to be good because they already have in their mind Barnes, Barrett, and Quickly. That's the nucleus they're going to build around those two. Right
Siakam's gone on trade deadline.
Yeah, Siakam's gone.
I can see that happen.
You guys posted it today. He's like pretty much on the verge of leaving. I just don't know where.
Everyone's for Barnes. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, Scotty's a franchise player.
Dude, I still remember when Kawhi was still contemplating staying in Toronto, and his demands, which were nuts, but he wanted Paul George, or not Paul George, Russell Westbrook. I can't remember what the trade was, but it was for
PG and Russ.
Yeah, and it was for Siakam and VanVleet. And like probably like 3 years of first round picks.
How was Westbrook's year?
Imagine that though. That'd be insane.
He got traded to Houston. They lost to Lakers in the second round.
How was his year though, Westbrook? Like
Him and Harden were fighting over the ball.
I find Westbrook a difficult player to judge because
Not now. He's actually come off the bench now. He's actually
lately, but
Settled
last
down.
year,
He's in his 30s now.
he's 36 in November.
those Laker years, it looked like he was just trying to pad his own stats. Like,
No,
you know,
I felt bad for him in LA because I think he was a scapegoat, even though LeBron wanted him and LeBron put everything on him.
you go to LA, you get the attention.
But
That's
he's
all
from
good.
LA. He's a Laker.
But you
He's
saw that poster on LeBron on PG-13.
It's like Toronto Maple Leafs with hockey. LA is a huge market. You go to LA, you're gonna get noticed and you're gonna get ripped apart when you don't
Phil
play the
got
game.
something to say.
even New York. New York, the same thing too. The Yankees. Every team in New York.
So the media with this whole poster with LeBron doing this, it's like, dude, like, who cares?
Right?
Yeah.
He hit him in
The
like,
guy's 40 years old. He's still playing, so he jumped for once. Who cares?
I know.
He's waiting for his son to play, isn't
But yeah.
And that's insane. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, well, he's got the point record and blah, blah. He's 40.
he? Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if Jordan just played till he was fucking 50 and just stayed with the Bulls and just
Not
kept
even-
bringing all these young
I'm not
guys?
gonna lie to
Like,
you. When Jordan turned
Game
50,
over.
I think he could have averaged 50. He could actually average 15 points in the game.
No, he'd be an average player, 25 points.
50, yeah, that's how Michael
He's
Jordan.
saying 50.
that's Michael Jordan's average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
50 points.
No, 25 for over the
Oh
season.
no,
At
for,
60.
No, for his career, it's 30.1. His average. Yeah,
No, I'm saying at 60 years old, he probably still averaged 25 points a game.
I say 15.
He had a different mentality than all these guys. Like him and Kobe had the same mentality, but Jordan had it more like he had it.
Dialed in.
He taught Kobe how to have that mentality. Put it that
Kobe
way.
had that mama mentality, man.
Kobe looked up to Jordan though, and that's how he got it. He knew what to
Be the
do.
best and beat the best.
So the blueprint was laid down. Kobe came in, followed the blueprint, and he got it. Like he was there. But Jordan was the blueprint. Like he laid it all
Like,
down.
if you look at young Jordan, like the stuff that he was doing with the ball back then, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, but he was playing against bad competition. It's like, yeah, but he was also playing when you could touch another player.
Yeah.
Like now you breathe on LeBron and it's a freaking technical and you're kicked out of the game.
Yeah, freaking.
The Nike
flailing
movie
all
with
over the place.
about Jordan signing there.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen that yet.
That was
I haven't
crazy.
seen it either. I gotta watch that.
That's a great movie. You gotta watch it.
You know, a documentary you should watch too, called "The Grizzly Truth" about why the Vancouver Grizzlies left Vancouver.
Yeah.
You told me about that.
It's actually good. And at the end, the lady asks, "How come the Raptors get moved?" All they show is Vince Carter dunking.
Saved Toronto.
Yeah, Vince saved the Raptor. They need to retire his
They
dunk.
got to retire that jersey. I was just about to say the same thing.
I have to retire because he saved the franchise. His jersey sales is what saved the Raptors.
They used to
Yeah.
play in the Sky Dome for fuck's sakes.
No. I think they
Yo,
played in
what-
Skydome and I played in Maple Leaf Gardens. I know after moved to ACC after.
What's that guy's name? Shea Alexander or something?
He's from Hamilton.
On
No,
OKC.
on Oklahoma, you're talking about.
He's from Hamilton.
Buddy, that guy is nasty.
I don't even know what the ACC is called anymore.
Scotia.
Scotia.
I still call it ACC.
That's why I get confused. When you call
Yeah.
it ACC, I'm
I'm
like,
always gonna call it ACC. Like I'm
But
always.
I don't call I call it the Sky Dome. That ain't
I always call it
Sky
Skydome.
Dome.
I'm always gonna call it Skydome. It's
For
never gonna be.
real.
I'm always gonna call it Skydome to me. It's never gonna be Rogers Center.
I call
but when it comes to basketball now, it's so hard to watch. Like a basketball game is supposed to be 60 minutes, man. Why am I watching this game for 4 hours?
We were just talking about the fourth quarter of every game.
Whistle, whistle.
5
whistle.
minutes left in the fourth quarter. Prepare yourself for another hour. Like, you know,
You know, it's like watching a soap opera. You can take a month off.
foul,
I'm good.
I'm
foul.
not gonna lie to you, man. With the NBA, man, like it's not. These guys are more athletic and more talented, but their IQ is not like it was back in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. Because guys were in college for 3-4 years, they knew the game, the fundamentals and everything. Nowadays, their talent and athleticism they come to the NBA, but they just don't have the IQ, and that's where they're just struggling and everything to get to
Less
the,
athletic,
yeah.
more business.
No. They
That's exactly what it is.
they care more about their brand. They're more brand and social.
Yeah.
That's all they really care about now.
Sell the name.
With that
I know.
NIL?
Yeah, like NBA.
I blame the Ball family for that.
It's not.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I haven't watched one full basketball game this year until I go to the Clippers game in a couple of weeks. Going to that game.
It's even the Leafs, bro.
Nice.
Don't even feel bad. I haven't watched a single fucking Leaf game all year because I'm sick and tired of 82 games. I'm sick and tired of it.
But they don't want Luka because if they reduce the game, they're gonna lose money.
Can we just fast forward the playoffs and let me
No,
watch
bro,
the
it's
6-7
a
games we
marathon,
got?
not a sprint.
Marathon, man. In order to get to playoffs, you gotta get.
So here's why. So this is why I don't watch the Leafs the regular season. I know what they're gonna do. they're gonna go off. They're gonna be a top 3 team. They're gonna do all this shit. I don't care.
I don't think he'd play in
Do
the way.
it in the playoffs. Show up for 6 games. You know what you guys should be doing if you're playing that well in the regular season? You shouldn't be going to game 7s against teams that don't belong on the ice with you.
Yeah.
When we lost to
Exactly.
Montreal, Columbus. It was Columbus. Me and this guy in Columbus.
We got swept.
Every team.
We were sitting in my shed watching the game together. And I was like, I put a lot of money on
Why did
the
we have to
Leafs
start hockey
on
like this?
FanDuel. I was like, I'm gonna put the money on there. Next thing, Columbus gets the lead. I went to my knees. Like I wanted to cry. I was like, how can't you beat Columbus, who has not one star player? Your star player is that Jenner guy.
Boone Jenner?
Boone Jenner. I'm like, come on, man.
Was Johnny Gaudreau on there?
No, not yet.
Yeah, you're still in Calgary.
Yeah, they didn't have him. They didn't have Lane. They had nothing. Nothing. Like Nick Foligno was their thing or whatever. The Foligno brother. Like,
Foligno.
couldn't believe
Then we
it.
traded for him the year after.
Yeah, and then we got him the year after.
And he just signed a 2-year. I have it written down right here, a 2-year extension with the Blackhawks because he fought the guy who knocked Connor Bedard out.
Yeah, the Blackhawks are in a lot of trouble too because they have $72 million use cap. The rest of it's all on LTIR. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? Broken jaw, Bedard. Oh, let's get Taylor Hall in there. Oh yeah, great. There goes your shoulder. Take it easy, bud. Corey Perry sleeping with.
Surprised it wasn't his lips.
Well, that true. Yes, something to put in.
I don't know if it's true. No one spoke about it yet. Okay, like I don't know what's true with the Corey Perry.
There's just so much shit that happens, especially like even in football, like the Eagles. How do you manage the cap the way you do every year? You trade for all these guys. Like, do you understand? They're projected to be under the cap by $80 million next year. How is that possible?
Yeah, these guys are walking away with millions.
Like how?
The smart guys up in the office.
It makes no. They got like the guy from Ozarks doing the money books, man. Like it's insane.
Some good bankers.
I love that. What's his name? Bird.
Marty Bird, right?
Caw-caw! Bird.
Yeah, like it's insane.
Talk about Ozark.
Oh, that's what he is talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's who's running the books for the Eagles.
Well, then look at the Jays. You want to go into the Jays?
Good
Watch this.
referral, Phil. That was
Jays want to spend $600 million on freaking O'Shawney, but they won't spend $100 million when we don't get him on a different team. Like they don't want to put out there. They don't want to get a batter. They don't want to get a pitcher. We haven't even spent $100 million on the offseason, but we were willing to give $600 million away to one player alone. That was it.
he's a generational player.
Yeah, you got
You didn't get
Barry
it.
McKay there.
Now, where's all that money that you were going to spend? Where did you spend that money?
Yeah, I was trying to tell you. Okay, the Jays don't get me
I don't
going
want
on that.
They get my goddamn nerves. I can't deal with the
Do
Jays.
not get me started on that franchise because what they did was they put all of their time into the Otani basket. Juan Soto signs at or gets traded to the Yankees.
Right? They're not
Signs
paying,
to the Yankees,
they're not
sorry.
paying attention to other like factors out there, right?
And it's like you guys are like, and then they're signing back catchers, trying to move them to outfielders and trying to move and you're giving Khalifa freaking $25 million.
Oh yeah.
Because you have Bo Bichette at shortstop. What are you doing? Like you're giving a guy $25 million to be a utility hitter once a week.
I don't know.
Give me 5. I'll hit 3 balls a year.
Yeah, no problem. Slap me out there, coach. I'm good to go.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
But it's like they have no plan B. It's like, and the Raptors did this too, and I blame Masai for this. When they offloaded Ibaka and they got rid of all these contracts, that was all to bring Giannis here.
Yeah.
And then he signed with Milwaukee, and it's like, okay, well, our whole plan's done.
Yes. Where do we start now? Yeah, it's too late, bud. We're in it.
Like I said, when it comes to the Blue Jays, I'll worry about them come next month, February, March.
I love the Blue Jays. I was there in 92 and 93, but
I was sucking bottles.
now it's effed, right? Because any team can pay on any amount of money. What's the other pitcher's name that
Yamamoto.
Yeah, Yamamoto.
But I'm sorry, Rogers has a lot of fucking money. We could
Not that kind of money.
we could easily afford these guys. I see my phone bill a month. I see my TV bill.
No.
I know everyone else pays it. We can afford these players.
No.
It's not about that. It's they don't want to go to the tax bracket because in Ontario and Canada, it's a lot different than it would be in LA.
But with Rogers,
for
that's
business tax
they
purposes.
make more than enough
You
money to
got
pay it.
a
They
couple
have,
big time powerhouses running the Dodgers out there, like Magic Johnson and shit.
we should all stop paying our
No,
phone.
Magic Johnson's running the freaking Washington Commanders now.
This guy just dipping his toes and everything.
He's just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna if the Lakers don't want me, I'm gonna sign with everybody.
Watch, he's gonna like join Bayern Munich soon. Like,
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
this
Right.
like
that's smart.
the way some of these teams are allowed to spend money is just mind-boggling. To
Yeah,
me.
like with Shohei and Yamamoto
We
now.
all knew the Dodgers were gonna go after Ohtani. I knew they
Yeah,
were
but
gonna
no
go.
one knew he was gonna give the deal like that. With
I
$2
thought
million.
I thought once he tore his UCL, I'm like, okay, it might drop a couple $100 million, but they gave him 700 million. So I'm like, damn.
It did drop a couple 100 million. 600 million was the discounted rate.
Yeah.
With the discount that he gave them, he's paid $2 million a year.
Plus he get endorsements back home in Japan. He gets $50 million.
Plus he gets paid at the end, right?
at the end of his contract. Plus he's getting 50 million a year.
So
for
it does
endorsement deals.
at the end of his contract, though.
He
It's all of it.
Does that go against their
Yeah,
cap?
he gets all of it.
He gets all
There is no
That
cap
go
in
against their
baseball.
cap at the end of it all. Because they're still paying money, but they're just
Remember, California's the highest paying tax state in America, right?
He's not going to finish out that contract.
No, exactly. It's too long.
They'll rework it in year 6.
Yeah, and
But either way, he still
Configure it.
he gets $50 million a year from endorsements back home in Japan. So he has money. He's good. He has money regardless.
But
he,
with the
he
$2
gave Bill
million-
Kelly's wife a Porsche.
Well, here's the thing. So the Dodgers look good now. But at the end of the contract, yes, it's a
Look
long
good.
way.
They look great.
But at the end of the contract, if they have to pay all that cap space for all the years that they had to pay him up, if it goes against the like
It's the Dodgers. They got money. Trust me.
It doesn't work in baseball. It doesn't work like that. So it's not like football where void years count against your cap.
yeah,
If you resign him to a new contract, it's the new contract takes precedent.
No cap in
As much
baseball.
money as you want.
No, no bad.
Rich
They
as
want
fuck.
baseball to get a salary
so
cap.
why don't we pay Vladdy 10 years from
Because
now?
we can't afford it. Well, you could.
Rogers
For
can
one guy-
afford it. Like,
Yeah, but you're talking about Rogers. This
Even
guy,
Vladdy, why would you after last year you really want to pay Vladdy a contract like that?
Vladdy's getting
he's a
worn
dragon.
out, man.
These guys are dragons.
How many home runs could you hit in a year over and over and over while your other teammates sit on the
Half
fucking
Mark
bench?
McGuire. Sammy
Well,
Sosa.
no, the problem
Steroids, come on.
no, the problem is when you
down.
count on home runs to win games.
Like,
Vladdy's one of the best opposite field hitters in baseball, but they just don't tell him to do it.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I see
he's
that.
also a great first baseman. Great. Like, he's great.
So that's the easiest position in baseball to play.
But a hitter like that, well, I don't know, man. I think he needs some relief. You know, like I think we need more hitters. Pitching is the Jays' big one. I
We've been
think.
saying that for years, but the Jays are pitching.
Sorry, man. Like,
Their pitching was great. Their bullpen has always been a disaster.
and on paper, I can't blame the Jays for last season because Moa was supposed to look amazing, but he looked total opposite. So I can't
Who's
really.
that? Sorry, I missed what you said. Sorry.
Alex Moa. He should have.
Oh God.
He should have been playing great last season. On paper,
looks
he
like he
looked
was
good.
looks like he was a one-hit wonder or something.
But on paper, we
No,
look
it looks like you didn't take the gym seriously all off season.
right. So on paper, we look great walking into last season, and then he pulled a season like that. It's like you can't tell that's going to happen. You know, like we look.
Yeah, but in contrast to that, though, so Manoah didn't do what he was supposed to do. Fair enough, but Kikuchi also fucking outperformed what he was supposed to do. So that's a wash.
Kikuchi was the most surprising thing because I bet a lot, and whenever I seen Kikuchi the year before that, I would bet against the Jays. I'm like, okay, we're going to lose. Then last season, every
Yeah,
game.
nice.
But I think that could be the clock too, right?
Yeah.
The pitching clock.
That was a big thing for Manoah because he's so fat.
Oh, like I couldn't believe that.
The guy's 230 pounds. He's a pitcher.
Then again, like they have a whole off season. He could fucking bring it back up, but it's on him.
The Jays, like I said, with the Blue Jays, man, I always get my hopes up with them every year, man. So this year, I'm walking the season with no expectation with the Jays this year.
Do you think the Jays will win a championship for the Leafs?
No.
I don't think anybody in Toronto's win another championship.
And like I said, I went to the Raptors parade. I enjoyed that because the last time I see a parade in the city of Toronto, so I enjoyed it, man.
If I could go back,
The Leafs.
I'd go to the game for the Raptors now.
I went to a playoff game. I went to a game that year they won the championship. I went to the double overtime against Milwaukee that year. I went to that game. Went to that game.
Me and this guy met some guy in Toronto at a gas station because of a random phone booth.
Oh, the gas station ran out of gas.
Yeah, the gas station ran on gas. Met this guy at a random phone booth. This guy was taking a train going
That's
back.
a Toronto thing to happen.
This guy was taking a train from here, going to Golden State, back and forth for every game. Like flights, everything. This guy's spending thousands of dollars. Coolest guy.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have him.
I think he worked for like MLSE or something, and he had like 4 chains just ganged out. Like, yo, you guys want to smoke a blunt? Like, what? Yeah, of course.
Jesus. No, when it comes to Toronto sports, man, we have to settle for the fact that if Durant didn't go down in that season, we probably don't win the championship that year.
I tell everyone all the time, man.
They realized the fan base that they didn't want to piss off. But the Jays, like there was years, like I was there when Batista hit the home run against the Rangers.
I was
You at that game?
I was at that game.
I was downtown at Dundas Square for that. I seen a guy in a wheelchair stand up.
But, yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there watching the game. I was working for Bell at the time in the store, and I'm watching the first game against Kansas City, and the strike zone just changed every inning. Every time we went up to bat, it was like, okay, here's where a strike is. Nope, here's where a strike is.
These are down there.
And people say baseball is very hard to fix. It's not. If you fuck the strike zone up, a hitter doesn't know where the hell to swing at.
You have to have it. It always used to
Even
be.
Kansas City, that home run, that Amish kid with the red hair caught over the fucking thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're like, oh no, it's
Love
not.
Amish over here.
It's like, what are you talking about? The ball was still in the field.
Yeah, it was. He reached over.
But like they just don't want, like when Toronto won in the 90s, they were winning by like 6-7 runs. You couldn't really screw them over.
Oh yeah.
They were just beating the shit out of people.
Just don't do that in Philly.
You know what I mean? Like that team was just too stacked to do anything.
Good. Fuck Philly.
I was there. I went to one of those playoff
Kids show. Pardon my language.
Yeah. So, what do you guys know
That's
about
all, Joe.
Hockey, like I said, like it looks like Chicago's
There's
losing
World
their whole
Juniors?
team.
Like, did we talk about World Juniors? Are we not talking about it because Canada sucked big time balls on?
Well,
that?
we knew it was coming. They had Minton on there. They had the other guy from the Leafs, and those are your captains. Like you could have had Bedard on, but he's
That
playing.
had nothing to do with talent. That, in my opinion, that had nothing to do with talent. That was bad coaching, where they thought because they were Canada, they could just rock it and win.
Exactly.
But if you want to
Game
pit the
strategy.
best, if you want to pit the best juniors against the best juniors, Bedard would have been on that team, and Fatilia from Columbus would have been on the Canadian team.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
And what's the problem there again?
They wait
money in the bank.
and
Show
Bedard
me
made
what
too
you
much
got.
money with Chicago, and they're not willing to let him go, even though they're in last place. Like I don't get it. Like just let the guy
He
go.
would have a broken jaw if he went to Canada.
If I was the coach, I would have let him go to the juniors, get more experience with guys more his level, let him play it out. Because Chicago ain't going anywhere this year. We all know that. Like they're not gonna like get from last place to first, like St. Louis.
Might be a couple sexual harassment lawsuits, but
Yeah, that's why they don't have a great coach anymore, right? Like,
yeah, no. With Canada, it was like the Cowboys have done this a couple times this year too. They just show up and they think they're going to win because the media said they're going to win the game.
and because they're Canada.
And my thing is like, we don't hit anymore. That's why we used to win, is because we used to hit teams that weren't ready for hits.
That was the first fight I've seen in the World Juniors
Yeah,
in a
everybody's
decade.
soft as F, you know, like it's ridiculous.
And the junior programs are starting to catch up to Canadian. Like the American program and the Canadian program are like this. Like they're close, but now you're seeing Germany catch up to Finland. Like now they're coming close. The next 5 years from now,
Finland beat us out.
it's gonna be closer.
We have, and the Olympics coming up. So I was watching this podcast and there was this guy. He's an American. He used to play for the American hockey team. He was like a decent hockey player. He's probably like their 4th line defender. Like he was whatever. He's like, oh yeah, we got this guy and this guy and this. They're gonna neutralize Canada and Crosby. It's like, well, Crosby's 40. First of all, we're not talking about him. He's gonna be the 4th line center on Canada.
Killing it though.
That's how good Canada is. Crosby's gonna be the 4th line center. And he's like, well, their defense isn't that great. It's like Petrangelo. Like I could just like list off like 10 players better than anybody the States has.
Cale Makar, he's Canadian, no?
Jabon.
Or Riley.
Just keep going here.
Mitch
Morgan
Marner,
Riley.
Tavares
No,
still on
defense,
the.
though, like,
Tavares is still on a fourth
for
line.
Team Canada.
Like,
Team Canada D's and forward.
But you guys talking about like Finland and
Your first line is freaking McDavid, McKinnon, and
it's the same thing
Yeah.
same thing with USA in basketball. Like when the Dream Team came, America was superior in basketball. Then the world finally caught up to the
I
Americans.
just got into world basketball. I couldn't believe how high the Europeans are ranked. Like
I'm telling you, the thing with the American, the European basketball, they play the fundamental. The U.S. American basketball got away from the big man. The world basketball like Serbia, Germany, Argentina, all those countries, Spain, they still use the big man. America doesn't use it anymore. That's the problem with the American.
Exactly.
And that's why the world's caught up to. That's why the world's caught up to the Americans in basketball now. U.S. always be talented, but they don't play the fundamentals of the game.
on the big spectrum of basketball, Canada's very low.
Canada's coming up now. They
are. But we have a guy from Mississauga. Good. Cold State.
And RJ, you got Shea from Hamilton,
Gonna
Jamal
lose you in
Murray.
2 minutes.
We got Jamal Murray from
yeah, Wiggins.
Who else Wiggins is
Yeah.
from Wiggins.
Restart.
He's from Vine. Dylan Brooks is from Mississauga too as well.
Wiggins.
Wiggins from Vine. He's from Vine.
Yeah, he's right down the street.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think about the fight between Sweden and USA, like right before the
I
game?
loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, USA won the juniors?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
But they got
Yeah, that's their I think it's their third medal.
Where's the next juniors held?
Canada's got like 27.
The next juniors is
classic
held in Ottawa.
Americans to like fight the Swedens, right?
No, it's the perfect
But
story.
I feel like the
Canada
Swedes were like
lost.
chirping.
Canada lost. We play in Ottawa next year for the juniors. Canada has that redemption story building up.
Why is it's always
Team.
And no, it's gonna be a redemption story because of like the media and shit. They're gonna like build it up like Canada lost last year, this year's our year, blah blah. You're gonna see the best Canadian team.
I despise sports media so much.
Me
That's
too.
what it is. Like, I'll show up or like get the hell out of here.
It's the hype up machine.
No, as a Cowboys fan, it's just so much different because like they could do whatever they could go undefeated, and somehow Stephen A. Smith will sit there and say, "Well,
Yes.
what's gonna happen? It's
In the
gonna
playoffs.
like it's just like, dude, just
It does.
stop."
Cowboys.
What it
That's,
does.
that's a thing. Right?
Saying that like
I know, I understand, but dude, you gotta understand, he's picking the field against one team. One
fans,
team always wins the Super Bowl.
Leaf fans know your pain, man. Leaf fans know.
It's so annoying.
We talk about last time we won Super Bowl was '94. You guys won '95. I'm miserable. I'm miserable too as hell, man. Not winning the Super Bowl since '94 season, man.
Take this into
The only reason we
consideration.
won 95 is because Green Bay beat you. Otherwise, you guys would have killed us.
I think it's 84% of teams
Hold
that
on,
play the Leafs
hold on.
in a playoff make it to the finals after they beat the Leafs.
How much time we have left?
1
You
minute.
got 2 minutes.
Okay, I was gonna say no. Okay, after we won '94, it was supposed to be San Fran, Dallas, the NFC Championship game that year again. But the Green Bay surprised us to be the NFC Championship
That's
game.
what I'm saying. That's the only reason we won.
You guys beat Green Bay in the NFC Championship, won the Super Bowl
We
against.
wouldn't have beat you in 95. There's no way.
The hell you guys wouldn't. You would not beat us in '95.
No, he
That's
said
what I just said.
Oh, you guys had prime time that year. You guys got prime in '95.
So,
Doctor,
you guys would have destroyed us. You guys beat us.
Oh,
you
you know,
guys beat us that year.
Oh,
It's like,
I love Steve and Jerry. Like I said, man. Like I said,
anyway,
I can
back
tell
to
you right
hockey
now.
quickly.
We'll talk next week. We'll talk football again next week. But I'm telling you, I said beginning of the season, it's going to be Dallas, San Fran, NFC Championship game.
I say Dallas Rams.
The NFL wants that because it's a historic rivalry between the
when
Cowboys and
Dak
Niners.
breaks his leg, you guys acquire Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, wow.
So if any of you guys got a beer out there, you send her back like Phil just did. I just did, and we'll be back in 2 more minutes. All right.
Yeah. Are we going back on or am I done?
Yeah.